Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, boys and girls, welcome. Ahlan wa sahlan. Wa miyyat marhaban to Madrasah TV show, a show where we bring you Madrasah right in front of TV screens. I'm a teacher from Medina, Ustaz Hamza, and today I'm here to teach you a lot of exciting things that you never learn in a madrasa. Today we are going to be talking about Muslims in a Muslim world, and we are talking about Mali today. Boys and girls, we also have a daily dua segment, inshallah ta'ala, where I am going to be teaching you a dua. Boys and girls, we also have a tajweed segment today, and we are going to be learning, inshallah, Surat Ash-Shams today. I want you guys to recite with me. I want you guys to take part in this segment, recite, get some feedback on your recitation, get some badges. And the last segment of this show is only for you to call and recite, so do call and recite. Boys and girls, I'm super excited to start this show. Beginning of this show, let's introduce Bunny. Bunny is going to be throughout the show with us, and he is going to give you a badge, and we highly recommend that you call in and recite, inshallah ta'ala. Boys and girls, today is going to be a lot of fun. Those of you watching me live on social media, ahlan wa sahlan. Boys and girls, let's not forget to like, share, and hit that subscribe button so you can watch this show live every single time we are live. Boys and girls, I'm super excited to start. Are you? All right. Let's, inshallah ta'ala, move this number. But remember, call me in nice and early. If you call me in early, I can talk to you. I can speak to you before we start the show. Boys and girls, let me speak to you guys, inshallah ta'ala. If you call me in now, let's have a small chat. But I am going to get you guys to recite in the last two segments of this show. Boys and girls, let's walk. Nope, let's fly to the first segment. And it is going to be a really interesting one. Welcome. Today we are going to be talking about a country in Africa. You know what? I'm not really going to tell you what we're going to talk about. I want you guys to figure out what we're going to be talking about today. We're talking about a country here from which there was a person who was known in the history as the richest man alive. He was from that specific region, and today we know this as a country. This country also known as a country that exports a lot of gold. Can't wait to go there just for 1 week. Boys and girls, I want you guys to, someone said Medina. Habaib, believers, we're talking about a country in Africa, in Africa. I'm going to give you a hint because you guys are good. Boys and girls, have a look. Have a look. Which country are we going to be talking about? By the way, there are a lot of Muslims that live in this country, but this country is very, very, very famous because someone said Congo. Good guess, but keep going, guys. What country do you think it is? Boys and girls, the richest man in the history was from this particular country or region. I'm sure it wasn't a country, it was a region. It is also, you can say it's also a country that recently changed official language. They changed their official language. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about by now. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. I'm sure you have figured it out. Someone said Pakistan. Yeah, Sheikh. अरे भाई Pakistan इधर किधर है उधर है. Boys and girls, well done. We have Maryam. Maryam giving us the correct answer, an extraordinary badge for Maryam. And Maryam, well done to you. It is Mali, boys and girls. This country is Mali. There are a lot of exciting things that you can learn about this country, but I'm going to keep, inshallah ta'ala, this very, very simple. boys and girls, let's have a look at the population of this country. Let's see how many, or what's the capital and the language that people speak in this country. Let's start, inshallah ta'ala, with the first fact here. Boys and girls, the population of Mali is about 20 million. So it's not really a big country, but just so you can compare countries like UAE, Qatar, Mali is considered bigger than when it comes to the number of population. طيب يا شباب. What else? The capital of Mali is Bamako. Bamako. And the language that people speak there is French, although recently the official language is changed and they have included a lot of other languages. I'm gonna not tell you guys why, because I want you guys to go, inshallah ta'ala, and do your little research and find out why does it happen, why do countries change their official language, and what language have they changed it into. It can be quite interesting if you figure that out. And by the way, if one of you can figure it out, drop it in the comment box right now. What language have they changed it to and why? Boys and girls, let's keep going. Aha! Interesting facts. Mali was the center of civilization, and Timbuktu University was one of the most popular ancient universities in Africa and the Middle East. Allahu Akbar. So it's not just about gold, boys and girls. There are a lot of other things going on here. MashaAllah, tabarakallah, university and all the rest of it. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Amazing, amazing, amazing. What else can we learn about this? Boys and girls, have a look at this. Have a look at this. If you ever go to Mali, make sure you go to, MashaAllah, tabarakallah, Grand Mosque of Dijini. Grand Mosque of Dijini. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Now, how many Muslims do you think live in Mali? Guess. From every 100 people that live in Mali, 95% of them are Muslims. Subhanallah. So it is a Muslim majority country. Most people who live in Mali are Muslims. Almost 95%. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. And have a look at this, boys and girls. Aha! If you ever go Mali, make sure you enjoy Tigudina and then La Capetina, Sangada or Sangha. You know what? I'll have Tigudina and then later on with chai, I will have La Capetina, Sangha. I'll have that. Very nice. But this one, the one in the corner, looks very delicious. Looks very delicious. I mean, yes. Anyway, boys and girls, about 80% of the things that go out of this country, every country, they make things, they produce things, they bring things out, and they sell it, and that's how they make money. If you have a shop, you sell. So 80% of the things that Mali sells is gold. You see why I want to go there? Boys and girls, there's a lot of interesting history that you can find about this particular country. But what I found particularly very interesting, and I'm not going to tell you the name because I want you guys to go and research about a man who was known to be the richest man in the history, who was exactly from Mali. And there have been many kingdoms in this particular region of Mali. I'm going to bring it up, inshallah ta'ala, on the map so you guys can look. Now, what happened? This man was very, very rich. And he was also known to be very generous. So he wouldn't just keep the money, he would distribute it, he would give it away. And he came to, well, it's known in the stories, he came to Egypt and he gave so much gold that it caused issues. Imagine you go to a town and you give so much gold, now all of a sudden gold doesn't have any value. Not only that, he came Umrah to Mecca and he brought a lot of people with him. And every time he saw a poor person, he just gave money for free. Which he comes to my house. Oh, as in the past. Boys and girls, very interesting, yeah? So what really got me interested about him is the fact that he was generous and he gave a lot of that money away. Not only that, boys and girls, there's a lot of interesting facts that I want you guys to go and find out, inshallah ta'ala. But mainly when you try to research, find out how Muslims live there in Mali, and what can you do, inshallah ta'ala, to help your brothers and sisters in this particular region. If I were to show you the map, boys and girls, this is Mali. Look at the border. It looks quite interesting here, isn't it? It looks quite different, unique. So if I can zoom in here, look, this is Mali. The map here, this. Look at this map. Extraordinary, yeah? The map of Mali here. I mean, this is the country, Mali, and this is the capital here. And look at this. Most of the country, as you can see, is Sahara, desert, yeah? So that's mainly desert, not mountains, mainly desert. Come down here and you see it's a lot of greenery here. Well, very interesting. You see the neighbor countries, they have Nigeria, you have Gambia, and you have all these countries that you always hear about. Algeria on top, yeah? Morocco, and I'm sure you guys are familiar with these countries as well. So it's very interesting that this is the country we talked about, Mali. Barakallahu feekum. Why is French still the official language of this country? Do they want to change it? Have they changed it? These are some recent developments, so why don't you guys go, inshallah ta'ala, and find out. I hope you find this segment very interesting. Come back after the break so we can draw the flag. And leave me a comment. What other things you know about Mali that I don't know? See you guys after a short break. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back, boys and girls, once again to Madrasah TV show. We are learning about Muslims in Mali. Boys and girls, today we have a lot of exciting segments. Stay with me till the end of the show where I can teach you Surah Al-Shams and you can call and recite. Yes, we are going to have a recitation segment. Boys and girls, the lines are open for those of you who wish to call and recite. Call us right now. We have a WhatsApp number. We have a studio line number. Call, recite, call in early, call in now. Yalla. Asri'u. Yalla. Boys and girls, what I'm going to do for an activity today, as we learned about Mali, I am going to draw a flag of Mali. Now, I don't want anyone to say to me, Ustad, this is so hard. Huh? The colors are so easy. It's just so simple. You cannot not do this activity and then just sit there, boys and girls. Rectangle. What colors? What colors? What colors, guys? What is it? Red, yellow, green. Marra easy. Red, yellow, green. Red, yellow, green. Barakallahu feekum. Red, yellow, and then green. There we go, boys and girls. And the country is Mali in Arabic. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. May Allah bless you. Gasamas says, my father is from Mali. Assalamu alaikum. And someone said, I want to know more about. Boys and girls, wa alaikum assalam ikram. Ahlan wa sahlan. He. MashaAllah. Okay. I'm keeping an eye on the comments, boys and girls. Are we ready for the next segment, boys and girls? If you are, I'm looking at your comments, inshallah ta'ala, and I've got a very important dua to teach you. Let's go. The next segment, we're going to run to the next segment, and the next segment is... I see a comment. Peace is saying, Assalamu alaikum, can I recite? Peace, of course you can recite. All you have to do is to dial the number that you see on the screen, and the number is right here. I am going to put up this number in a second so you can call and recite. Or find it in the comments, find it in the description, inshallah ta'ala. Call me in on the studio line number or the WhatsApp number. Boys and girls, the dua that we are learning today is this particular dua. When you visit a sick person, you say, La ba'sa tahurun insha'Allah. This is very important. So let's establish, inshallah ta'ala, the sunnah of the Prophet first, then I can teach you. Guys, the Prophet alayhi salatu wassalam, being the best of mankind, he alayhi salatu wassalam would not spend most of his day or all of his day inside his house. The Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, being the best of mankind. Guys, imagine that Allah Azza wa Jal tells you that you are His beloved and Allah Azza wa Jal can give you anything you want. What would you do? Just imagine. You sometimes might have this thought in your mind that if Allah gives me, if I can ask Allah for anything, if I have all the money in the world, I have this, I'll have that, and I have everything, and I'll sit at home and never go outside. Or I will buy this. Or I will fly there and forget everyone else. Have you ever had that thought? I'm sure you do, and I'm sure now you're trying to say no, but let's be honest. I'm sure you imagine that during holidays, if I had all the money in the world, I would fly to this country or somewhere and do everything and be away from everyone. The Prophet ﷺ, being the best of mankind, he could have spent all his day worshipping Allah Azza wa Jal in his house. Never think about anyone else, live his own life. You know, subhanallah, you reach, subhanallah, there are people that Allah Azza wa Jal gives them taste of Iman, taste of ibadah, worship. And if Allah Azza wa Jal grant you that, and you may have experienced a little bit of that in the month of Ramadan, when you reach that level, subhanallah, you would find nothing else more tastier than worshipping Allah, spending time praying, reading Quran all alone. Allahu Akbar. The Prophet ﷺ, once again, being the best of mankind, being someone who is Habibullah, the beloved of Allah, he could have done that, spent his entire life doing ibadah. But then the Prophet ﷺ did not only do that, the Prophet ﷺ would visit his neighbor. The Prophet ﷺ, not only that, he traveled and he visited people and he dealt with people, including people who were arrogant, people who said bad things to him. The Prophet faced all of that. Think about it for a second. You might say to yourself, no, if I become so good and if I'm the best, inshallah ta'ala, in the eyes of Allah, then I would never have to deal with anything. I will live a different life. That was not the case. The Prophet ﷺ, he was in Mecca when he was known as Sadiq al-Amin, trustworthy one, the most honest man. And then all of a sudden, because of the message he had, everyone hated him. They said bad things to him. People wanted to attack him. They wanted to say all sort of things to him, alayhi salatu wasalam. But the Prophet did not just go somewhere else. He stayed in Mecca for 13 years facing these people. Not only that, when the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam came to Medina, he did not live in a palace. He lived a very simple life. Allahu Akbar. So this is your Prophet. Now when it comes to, we call this mu'ashara, dealing with people or getting along with people. There are a lot of things that we nowadays would not consider. We do not think about it once, let alone think about it twice. We do not think about visiting a sick person. We say, I'm busy. Well, I didn't find time. And I'm sure you have someone in your family who's not well. Someone who's old, who struggles to walk, who struggles to get up, who cannot go anywhere. Allahu Akbar. This person is there and is alive, and one day they're not going to be, and that might be soon. But you're always busy, you always say, What does that tell you? The Prophet ﷺ would not do that. He would not neglect someone who is unwell, although he was the Prophet of Allah and he was busy and he had so many things to do. He would take his time out to visit someone who is sick. And this is a sunnah. This is a sunnah of the Prophet. It means you get rewarded when you do it. Barakallahu feekum. So you're not just visiting a sick person and getting nothing, you are getting reward in return, inshallah ta'ala. It's very important, boys and girls, that you understand this. That what? That visiting a sick person is a form of ibadah, is something the Prophet did. And there are many ahadith that will show you the importance of this act. If you know someone who is an elderly person, who is sick, who cannot go out, who is unwell, especially during the winter, you should take your time out and go and visit them, inshallah. Barakallahu feekum. This is the sunnah of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. And what do you say when you visit a sick person? You say, La ba'sa tahurun insha'Allah. It means, and maybe next time you go to them, go with the intention of telling them this and explaining what it means. It means no harm. May the sickness be a purification for you if Allah wills. What a beautiful dua, barakallahu feekum. What a beautiful dua. You see, when Allah loves someone, Allah Azza wa Jal will give them challenges in life. And one of the challenges that Allah can give you is the challenge of health. And when someone is unwell, you don't know. They might be closer to Allah than you. It could be that Allah is testing them because Allah loves them. So we say لا بأس طهور إن شاء الله. لا بأس طهور إن شاء الله. That's the dua. بارك الله فيكم. Quite easy. لا بأس طهور إن شاء الله. لا بأس طهور إن شاء الله. There we go. بارك الله فيكم. Boys and girls, this is the dua of the day, and you may, inshallah ta'ala, if you do visit a person who is unwell or who is sick, you can say this dua to them, and you can also explain the meaning of this dua to them. لا بأس طهور إن شاء الله. May Allah bless you. One more time, look at the translation, inshallah ta'ala. May no harm, may the sickness be purification for you if Allah wills, or by the way of Allah. By Allah giving you challenges in your life, He removes your sins away. So on the day of judgment, inshallah ta'ala, you won't be held accountable for those sins. And it could be that you are going through some illness right now that is becoming a mean of your purification. May Allah forgive us all. May Allah bless you, boys and girls. Let's take a short break. When we come back, we will continue. We have a tajweed segment and a recitation segment. Stay with us. Assalamu alaikum. Alright, welcome back, boys and girls, to Madrasah TV show once again. We are going to have Quran and also Tajweed segment just for you guys. Boys and girls, I hope you're ready. We are going to, inshallah ta'ala, go. Just before we do that, here is a dua that we learned today. La ba'sa tahurun insha'Allah. And let's not forget our first segment, boys and girls, where we learned about a country called Mali. Boys and girls. Let's go, inshallah ta'ala. Let's go straight to our next segment, Tajweed segment. Let's start. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Those of you who wish to call and recite, the number is right here on the screen. Let's do that, inshallah ta'ala. Call in now. Bunny, he's gone. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والشمس وضحاها والقمر إذا تلاها والنهار إذا جلاها والليل إذا يغشاها والسماء وما بناها ونفس وما سواها فألهمها فجورها وتقواها قد أفلح من زكاها وقد خاب من دساها كذبت ثمود بطغواها إذ انبعث أشقاها قال لهم رسول الله ناقة الله وسقياها فكذبوه فعقروها فدمدم عليهم ربهم بذنبهم فسواها ولا يخاف عقباها. Now we are going to go over the surah and learn some tajweed rules. Boys and girls, call me in right now if you want to recite. والشمس وضحاها والشمس. Sheen is a whispering letter. والشمس والقمر إذا تلاها. Not كمري، قمري. والقمر إذا تلاها. Next. والنهار إذا جلاها والليل إذا يغشاها. Not يغشاها but يغشاها. والسماء. A whispering letter, boys and girls. والسماء وما بناها والأرض وما طحاها. Not والأرض والأرض. ونفس وما سواها. ونفس وما سواها. ونفس وما سواها. ونفس, guys, a whispering letter. ونفس فألهمها فجورها وتقواها. وتقواها. قد also, it's not تقواها, it's تقواها. So قاف is also a bouncing letter. تقواها. قد قاف a full mouth letter. دال قاف is a full mouth letter. دال is a bouncing letter. قاف is a full mouth letter, whereas dal is a bouncing letter. قد أفلح من زكاها. أفلح, not أفلح, أفلح. قد أفلح من زكاها. وقد قاف a full mouth letter. دال is a bouncing letter. وقد خاب من دساها. دساها, a whispering letter. دساها. كذبت ثمود بطغواها. بطغواها. إذ انبعث هن. إذ انبعث أشقاها. أشقاها. فقال لهم رسول الله. فقال لهم رسول الله ناقة الله وسقياها. سقياها. فكذبوه فعقروها. فدمدم عليهم ربهم بذنبهم فسواها. ولا يخاف عقباها. 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 بارك الله فيكم. Boys and girls, let's pay attention inshallah ta'ala. These are all the letters that you see highlighted in blue. These are full mouth letters. The ones highlighted in red are bouncing letters. The ones highlighted in green are the whispering letters. And the ones highlighted in yellow are the ghunna letters. I think I missed some of them. وَالنَّهَارِ. So there we go. وَنَفْسٍ. Let's go straight to our recitation segment so we can hear some reciters. Let's go.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Boys and girls, we're going to go straight to our first caller. If you haven't called me in yet to recite, call us right now. But before we take the first caller, let's have a look at the surah one more time and go over it one more time with tajweed rules highlighted here. Together with me, whatever you see in red. وَالشَّمْسِ وَضُحَاهَا. والقمر إذا تلاها والنهار إذا جلاها والليل إذا يغشاها والسماء وما بناها والأرض وما طحاها ونفس وما سواها فألهمها فجورها وتقواها قد أفلح من زكاها وقد خاب من دساها كذبت ثمود بطغواها إذ انبعث أشقاها فقال لهم رسول الله ناقة الله وسقياها فكذبوه فعقروها فدمدم عليهم ربهم بذنبهم فسواها ولا يخاف عقباها. Short break, we'll be back. Stay with us. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you. Welcome back, boys and girls, to Madrasah TV show. Once again, this is our final segment, and you have a chance to call and recite. Recite what? Boys and girls, today we are learning Surah Al-Shams. We're going to get our first caller to recite with us first, and then we will take the second, the third, the fourth caller. Call in now.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Let's go, boys and girls. Our first caller. Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. كيف حالك يا أستاذ حمزة يا أرنب يا إيمان شانل؟
Very well, and how are you today?
أنا بخير الحمد لله. And أستاذ,
Yes, Ali?
did I give you a good surprise that I will call in early before the show starts today?
I didn't know that. Is Ibrahim reciting with you?
No, Ustad, because I thought I'll call in early before the lines go busy.
Let's start with you then, Ali. Are you ready?
Yes, and Ustad,
Yes?
would you let everyone know to call in now? Because the minutes are short, aren't they, on the show?
There you go, boys and girls. We have a limited amount of time, so call in now. If you want to call in and recite, call in now, like Ali said. Shall we start, Ali?
Yes, with you, Ustad, and any winners in the ayah.
Every ghunna is highlighted in yellow, so you should be able to see on your screen as we recite, Ali.
Yes, with you, Ustad.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
والشمس
والشمس
وضحاها
وضحاها. Ha is a whispering letter.
Not here because it has a fatha on top. والقمر
والقمر. Qaf is a full mouth letter.
إذا
إذا
تلاها
تلاها. Ha is a whispering.
والنهار
والنهار غنى.
إذا
إذا
جلاها
جلاها.
والليل
والليل
إذا
إذا
يغشاها
يغشاها.
والسماء
والسماء
وما
وما
بناها
بناها.
والأرض
والأرض.
not والأرض والأرض
والأرض.
وما
وما
طحاها
ضحاها. Ha is a whispering letter. ضحاها.
good ونفس
ونفس
وما
وما
سواها
سواها.
فألهمها
فألهمها
فجورها
فجورها
وتقواها
وتقواها.
قد
قد
أفلح
أفلح
من
من غنى
زكاها
زكاها
وقد
وقد
خاب
خاب
من
من
دساها
دساها
كذبت
كذبت
ثمود
ثمود
بطغواها
بتقواها
إذ
إذ
انبعث
بعث
أشقاها
أشقاها
فقال
فقال
لهم
لهم
رسول الله
رسول الله
ناقة الله
ناقة الله
وسقياها
وسقياها
فكذبوه
فكذبت ظهوره
فكذبوه
فكذبوه
فعقروها
فعقروها
فدمدم
فدمدم
عليهم
عليهم
ربهم
ربهم ربهم
بذنبهم
بذنبهم
فسواها
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 ولا
ولا
يخاف
يخاف
عقباها.
عقباها.
Well done. Remember, it's not عقو, it's عقباها.
عقباها.
What's the bouncing letter when we say عقباها?
Ba. Ba will be a bounce.
Give it another guess. I'll show you, but it is, you might see after a few seconds. Look at this. عقباها. It's not ba, it's another letter.
Ta.
It's the qaf. What's the full
Qaf.
mouth letter when we say يخاف?
يخاف. Kha and qaf.
يخاف. Kha is the full mouth letter. When I say فعقروها, what's the full mouth letter?
Ain and ra.
Well done, mashallah. When I say فقال, what's the full mouth letter?
فقال. Qaf and qaf.
قاف. When I say رسول,
Ra. Full mouth ra.
when I say أشقاها, what's the whispering letter?
Sheen and qaf.
Well, sheen. Sheen. بطغواها.
Seen. فسواها.
بطغواها. What's the full mouth letter?
Ta. Ta.
طه. Well done. When I say أفلح.
Fa. Fa.
ونفس. So we spin letter here. ونفس.
Sin.
نف.
Fa.
Fa is a whispering letter. And when I say والسماء, guess.
Sin.
Well done, which I forgot to highlight here. Well done, Ali. And if I say والشمس, what's the whispering letter here?
Shin. Because you're saying washamsi.
Ooh, mashallah, tabarakallah, والشمس. And if I say يغشاها, what's the full mouth letter here?
Yogh. Shin again. Because you're saying the shin.
يغشاها. Ali, that's the biggest extraordinary bird in the world. May Allah bless you, boys and girls. May Allah bless you. We'll be back tomorrow at 4:30 to learn more. If you didn't call in today, make sure you call in tomorrow. May Allah bless you all. You will find the recording of this on our YouTube. Just type Eman Channel and find our live shows there. And we'll be seeing you tomorrow at 4:30. Until then, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.